Boopsies, welcome back to another ASMR session. Before this begins, as always, if you would like, subscribe and tap the bell and hit all notifications to get notified of new content from me every single week. I'm trying to start up to post pretty much every day again. No guarantees, but I'll try. So, if you would like to show your appreciation, it just takes a quick second to also check my website, Bomboni.com, using these coupon codes here below. And I offer candle wax reading, like on this video. I also offer other services as well. Helps me keep the lights on. Okay. Alright, so this is a pick a bowl candle wax reading with some new edition candles. These are the cool colored version candles. It's my first time trying them out. So here's three. The first bowl will be this large floral glass bowl with a maroon colored candle. Okay, it's bowl number one. You pick whatever bowl draws you in. If it's 2 bowls, if it's 3 bowls, be my guest. Pick a bowl number 2. This green candle in this Pyrex bowl. And pick a bowl 3. This sky blue candle in this stone bowl. So pick a bowl 1, maroon. Pick a bowl 2, green. Pick a bowl 3, blue. Pick and choose whatever draws you in intuitively. And we'll begin. All right. So, let's start with you first. Pick a bowl. If you picked a bowl number 1, this flower bowl, maroon candle, this is the message for you. Some of you are planning a baby on the way, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be immediate. Okay? In general, whatever it is that you are planning will take some time to form, and could take several steps along the way to really develop. I feel like some of you are really tired or burned out. You need to rest more. You're working too much. Some of you are not sure how to feel about a particular subject. It's like you don't know if you should laugh or cry. I see some of you just want to be cradled and embraced. It's a very challenging time for a lot of you. There are some people that are maybe feeling like they're never satisfied. This could have to do with food. Like you're either always hungry no matter what, or that could be a thing with your gut. So maybe just do like a detox or a cleanse to get rid of that feeling or that urge. But there still, no matter how you're feeling, there's still going to be a fine balance in your life. I feel like your life is settled in many ways. And it's like you feel fine, but you don't. It's like this indescribable feeling of, I don't even know if I feel okay anymore. I don't even know what to feel. Some of you are planning a long getaway, and that could mean like having to go on a bus, a train, a cruise, a boat, a plane, a taxi, like multiple different vehicles just to get there, interconnected together. So if you're planning a long trip, make sure you get plenty of rest before. Some of you are trying out new fashions, new styles. Some of you preparing forward and turning the gears and shifting into something new and unfamiliar. And it feels like it's frightening you. It feels like it's scaring you. I see an umbrella here. Some of you want to cover up from this fear. Maybe the best thing to do is to approach it head on and strong, and to really face the fear in general. Some of you may have to do a lot of work in order to face the fear, though. It's not just going to come quickly, whatever result you're looking for and asking for. But the umbrella is kind of telling me like it's not the best way to hide from a problem, because if a strong gust of wind blows, then that umbrella blows right off. Then what are you going to do if you don't have a sturdy shelter? So that's like the sturdy shelter in your mind. Where is this fear coming from? Where is it derived from? What place do you feel this fear from? Why is it there now during this particular moment in time? Do you have to feel this way? Or is it something you can overcome? And some are concealing in the form of bad habits. Maybe a lot of you are picking up, redirecting back to old things you used to do, old habits. Maybe you stopped doing something and then you started again because you gave up a few months later. I see a huge arrow pointing in the future, though, so that's a good sign that you're going to make continued progress. It's just going to probably take you some time to get started back up again, because you've been carrying the weight of the world. It just feels like I do see a good chance for fertility right now if you're to try. Just make sure you are ready. I feel like some of you are trying in multiple ways to get pregnant. Maybe you're already planning the future of the baby. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't make it a complex web. Just go for it if you're going to, okay? Don't think too long. Don't wait too long on the decision. I feel like now you're really in a good term with your health. Just rest when you can. You're going to need to for what's to come. If you're not rested now, you won't even be able to take care of anyone but yourself. Okay. And I know it's not easy. A lot of times we don't tend to think of others but ourselves. Like, oh, if I don't take care of myself, it's on me. But no, it's on others as well. Then who's going to take care of you when you're sick? Are there others around you who care about you if you fall sick? I hope so. So take it easy. Be gentle. Focus on one task at a time. So maybe you're a little delayed right now in your reactions to things or response to events. Like maybe someone told you something and you're like, oh wow, and it didn't really hit you until like 5 minutes later. It's like, because that's when your mind is going through so many thoughts and changes that it's delaying your response. Maybe you're not even surprised anymore. Maybe you're just so not even surprised at what you hear. You're just like, oh wow. And then you kind of move on like nothing. You're kind of numb. Or you maybe feel not much, or you feel empty. It's like you don't know what you feel. So yeah, basically what I said earlier. Someone's who's trying to steal from you. See someone trying to thieve something from you. Maybe stealing your time or your patience. Give yourself time. Stop saying you don't have time. You have time. Silence those thoughts. Oh my God, I literally see Stewie from Family Guy. What is this? It looks like a little baby. I think that's a good sign for the baby coming through. Okay. So let's move on. What else do we see here? Someone really frustrated. Maybe you offered them something, like a friend, to do something for them. And they're kind of disappointed in you now because you didn't follow through. Maybe you didn't keep a promise. And you didn't mean to betray them. You didn't betray them to begin with. It's just more, I think they're in their own way, in their own mind as well, about certain things. So just let it go. It's not your cross to bear. It's not your problem. Even if it's a friend, that's just, they're dealing with their own issues. Just let them deal with their own issues from time to time. We can't always be there for someone. I see things stacking, like bricks stacking, blocks stacking here. It's like things will add up and stack. Whatever you're consistent with, collecting or saving, do it. Keep doing it. If it's saving money, if it's building a house, whatever you're collecting, just keep doing it, keep going. I think that's going to save you in the long run. You're going to need something to be saved here so that no one can steal from you. I don't know what, maybe you feel like you're paying your bills all your life and you're tired and you feel like you're being stolen from. I know a lot of people feel that way now. Like prices are jacked up and you just feel frustrated. Some of you, okay. Maybe that's why I saw some hesitancy earlier about the child. Like, how can I afford their future? Like, with everything going on. You'll be able, just think of yourself in the long haul. Stop thinking short term. Stop thinking 5 years from now. Think 10, 20, 30 years from now. What do I see in my future? how can I manage and maintain sustainability for myself? Stop thinking, oh, I can just do this in the next year. No, because how did you get so worn out? You're not going to last 10 years if you're on this path. You know, it's like sometimes you gotta lose control and let life shift you for a while. I feel like you don't want to give up control. And that's what this whole reading is about. It's like all about letting it go out of control sometimes, letting the life just happen and take you where it needs to, so that you can draw in better for yourself. Yeah, you don't have to put in that much effort all the time to make things happen. I don't know if it's just this candle, but I noticed this candle in general was very slow and lethargic and kept turning off, like almost very close. So maybe that's how you feel now as well. Maybe you feel like you're old right now because you've been through so much. And you just feel like, when is this going to end? And nothing has changed. Nothing has ended for you. It's all about not nothing, but I'm saying right now, like what you're trying to work towards hasn't been worked towards because of certain happenings. Just things come up and you're like, okay, what else can come up now? Yep, to kind of destroy my plan. That's funny that the wick just kind of fell out. Wow, that's very rare. So yeah, that's the end of the reading. Thank you so much, Pick a Bowl 1. So if you guys have picked bowl number 2, the green candle. Let's begin. It's like a trail left behind. Maybe some of you went on a parking or a bike trail, but this more tells me, well, green, I do connect with nature for some reason, but it's more like you left a trail, like you left your mark somewhere on this world. Maybe you left a note somewhere to someone and you didn't want to be forgotten. Like you left a text or you left a voicemail, or if people still do voicemails. It feels like you left a mark is what I'm trying to say. Maybe you attended a party or celebration, a gathering, and you wanted to be remembered, so you left something there. I know that is something that people tend to do, like, I don't know, if you go on vacation at a certain like vacation villa, they usually have like journals that you can write in, like, oh, I was here, and you can leave your name and you say like you leave a note about your experience there or something, or you could just write whatever is on your heart. So I feel like you did that, like you left a mark somewhere and you left it, but I don't think you realize how much that meant to the person. Like maybe just you reaching out even to a stranger actually meant a crap ton. Like I want you to know that they're confirming this, that you leaving your mark on this world, even just let's say you went to get ice cream and you left the guy $5 tip. Like, I don't know if you realize that, but that could have made a huge impact on his day. Like maybe he was thinking about, I don't know, ending his life that day or something. Like, I want you to realize your actions have huge impacts, is what I'm trying to say. So it's good to connect with that. It's good to help people because you just don't know what they're going through. So that's what I'm seeing here. see you're someone out reaching for a hug. So it's like, yes, like be that bold, brave person to give someone a hug. Right? Like even just walking up to someone, say, do you need a hug? Let's give you a hug. Like what happened to that, right? Like what happened to that? You know? Why does that have to end? Why does love and compassion and kindness have to, it doesn't even have to be a literal hug, you know? I'm just saying because I see an image of someone hugging. Just a kind word. What happened to those days? Everyone's on their phone, like minding their business. No one even wants to talk to each other. Like, come on, you know? Like what happened to that connection? And then no wonder we felt alone. So, anyway, so I'm also seeing here someone turning their back, but their feet are trying to go forward, but they don't know. Like you're hesitant. Maybe you were asked to speak somewhere, or you were just asked to be somewhere and you were too nervous or shy or afraid. And that's okay. You know, that's a part of your personality for some of you. This is such a beautiful color, by the way. I really love the green here. Maybe I should zoom in. I want you guys to see more. But yeah, this is like a very pretty. Maybe I zoomed in too much. And focus the color here. There we go. Oh, I want to focus on the bowl. Okay, so there is, for some of you, going to be good fortune around you, maybe even a paycheck from doing this, from speaking somewhere or just being somewhere where you're asked. Maybe you're asked to have some extra time at work. And you're hesitant and you're doubtful of yourself and your abilities. Maybe you just honestly don't feel like it. You feel unmotivated to go. I say go. I think you may need this extra money, or you may just need the experience. Maybe you need that pressure to do something different, right? You need that to be exerted on you sometimes. Like you can't always live in comfort. I'm trying not to usually I hold my words back, but I find that when I do, the message is not as fluid. So even though it's, I wish people's emotions didn't always get in the way, even during a reading, but I have to say it like I see it. You need to do something that is outside your comfort zone. Okay. So whatever you're trying to avoid, I would do it now, because you're going to realize that you won't be able to do that anymore. Maybe it's something you need to do now while you can. Now this is all of a sudden reminding me of Moldavite. Like a very similar green tone color to it, like a mysterious aura. And I think that describes you. You're this mysterious aura that people want to hear from. People want to get to know from. So maybe that's why you're asked to talk and communicate with others, even total strangers. And they need this mystery. They need this this form of healing from you. Even just a simple word. Just even saying hello to someone, remember, can leave huge impacts. So I think this is your calling at this moment in time. To do this. To be that guidance for someone. A lot of you are in a good, peaceful place right now, but remember what is good and peaceful and what is comfortable, right? As soon as something gets comfortable, it's like, well, okay, you can enjoy it for a bit, but don't enjoy too much, because when something else happens, you have to be ready. So maybe some of you don't want to get out of that comfort because you have worked so hard to keep it or to get there, that now that it's here, why give it up, right? And that's most people. Unless life pulls them the rug under their feet, they won't budge. I mean, that's the mass majority of people. It's just human nature. If we were told we can vacation 5 weeks a year and suddenly we're restricted to 2 weeks or 1 week, yeah, we wouldn't like it. It would feel uncomfortable. It would be against the grain of what we're used to. It would be feeling weird for some of people. There would be resistance. So maybe you're just resisting this in general. Whatever it is that you have to alter your experience a bit. I'm not saying do something different completely. I'm just saying you can still have your comfort, but in order to maintain your comfort, the thing you have to do is get out of it a bit sometimes. And if you never do, then that comfort will probably be taken from you. And then you're going to be uncomfortable all the time until the lesson is learned. Then you're going to be placed in situations where you have no choice, where you have to attend, or else. Or you have to do certain things you don't want to do. I'm seeing someone being bent here, so it's like you have to be bent out of shape, sometimes like maneuvered against the grain of what others are doing. I keep seeing like 70, that could be 70. What does 70 have to do with it? Maybe you have to be around 70 people, I don't know. Maybe there's a 70-year-old who needs your guidance and help. Which is rare, because usually they're more experienced. They don't need anyone's help, right? But you know, like maybe they're feeling lonely and you just need to reach out to someone who is in their 70s. I don't know. You never know. A grandparent maybe wants to see you and you haven't called them up in a while, so maybe it's time to reach out again. Oh, that could also tell me 70% of you watching could be influenced by this message as well. Maybe. Which is quite irrelevant. How would that help you? But again, is it about helping you? Is it always about what you need to hear? Or is it about someone else, right? Like sometimes we hear certain things and we're like, yeah, okay, or we don't know how to respond because it's not about ourselves. People are mostly glad to speak about themselves. It's just human nature. So, unless it's someone you know, if someone were to walk up into you and be like, statistically, 70% of people, blah, 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 you'd be like, okay, why are you telling me this? Or I don't care. You just kind of be on your way, right? You don't really overthink it. But when you truly think about people and those statistics and you're like, wow, let me just sit on that for a bit. Like, I am a part of these people. I am connected with these people. I am the statistic, or I am maybe the opposite of the statistic, right? So it's like to realize your connection to humanity in general. And that's how you will care more. That's how you will want to be there and be of service and help more. Maybe that's just more what you need to do. Maybe that's something you were uncomfortable doing because you were hurt before. Maybe someone judged you or mistook you for someone that you weren't. Maybe they thought your intentions were different or varied from what you were trying to output. into the universe. Now's the time to do that. If you want to set an intention, it's the time to do this now. Is to just set the intent for people's open-minded clarity to what your vision and goal is also. How you want to come across. Regardless of what others think, forget their judgment. Just what message you want to come across now to others. What is it that you want to reach out? So it's a very socially connected reading. Involves others, for sure. Do it, go for it, don't be afraid. This is something that is part of your journey here. If you don't do it, you may need to repeat it or do it somewhere else before you regret it. Alright, so let's do pick a bowl 3. My goodness, this is heavy. If you chose the very heavy, I need a breather just for that. It's so heavy. The pick a bowl 3. Let's see what the message is for you. Separation. Someone's trying to separate you from someone. Maybe a jealous friend. Maybe a jealous ex. Avoid someone who is trying to keep you apart from family and friends especially. It's not good for you, and it is not healthy. They have a lot of anger in their system. They want to release or let out. But maybe sometimes even on you. Maybe they're very bad for you. But part of you wants to stay. It's like you're addicted to that bad. It's like you crave that bad. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're addicted to the fear. You're addicted to the unknown. You're addicted to what could be with this person too. Maybe one day things will get better. Things will resolve themselves, but deep down you know they won't. You know they never will. I think other friends have tried to warn you about this person. They're very attracted to you, intimately connected, and you with them. And that could be another thing you're addicted to. That could be another thing that pulls you in and keeps you with this person, keeps you stuck and trapped. That keeps you remaining in this vibration of, like, I always have to be around this person. Like, I always have to know how they are, who they're with, what they're doing. But this person is the type of person maybe that they would ask you what you're doing, but God forbid you ask them. Now they think you're cheating or something. So be careful with these energies. I feel like April through August, so maybe some of you still have yet to approach this type of person as a relationship, and maybe they pull you in softly and gently, and they're like really trying to appeal and appease to you, but only if you are awake you will not fall for the trap. And by awake I mean just alert of it, your feeling, your intuition. That's all it takes. It's just being connected with, wait a minute, let me sit and dwell on this for a little bit. Is this really the best thing for me? Is this really right for me? That's all. I feel like they're muscular, and they're very physically fit. this person maybe only cares about their appearance. I see someone flexing their arm here, so that kind of tells me that. They think they can pull you in just by their looks. That just with their looks alone, that you will be with them for life and forever. And that's what they want. They want to keep you for themselves, but not considering maybe that it's not the best. Maybe they even look at themselves as pure. They look at themselves like they're the only one for you, forgetting there's others out there. You guys are just getting started. It's too soon for them to even speak the certain things they say. Maybe they're even getting too ahead of themselves without even realizing it. That they are affecting you in a way with their words. What else am I seeing? You're trying to juggle multiple things at once. Maybe this person is not supposed to be a part of your life right now. I think you drew them in is because it's because you are trying to maintain everything together. It's like you're trying to maintain a balance, but you're doing too much to maintain a balance that's healthy long run. So you needed a person like this to make you realize what you need to let go of. And they don't realize this, of course, but you need to. I see they make you feel soft and mushy inside. Like sometimes they have a way, again, with words just to kind of pull you in. But you don't need that pulling in feeling. That's a trap in itself. Especially if it's like a forcefully kind of like pushing it. Like maybe they keep repeating themselves or they keep saying things when they think you're not listening and they keep repeating. When someone keeps repeating themselves to you, it's because you're not doing what they want. So keep that in mind. Like, why are they repeating? Why are they telling you the same thing over and over again? Oh, they want you to change. But someone who loves you doesn't care for you to change. They like you the way you are. So is that really love? Mm-hmm. For some of you, it may be a bit colder climate than usual where you are, than what you're used to. Maybe the weather's just cooled down unusually lately. Or some of you even have a cold. Maybe some of you not feeling well, and that's because when something's not right in our life, that's when we tend to feel maybe a bit low or down or needing more an escape from reality. Maybe this person is your escape. Maybe this person is just something that you did out of wanting to have order in your life when there's chaos at certain times. Something to get away from when you're feeling this not so certain feeling. What's causing this uncertainty? I think sticking your neck out too far, or it's not supposed to be. Maybe prioritizing others too much instead of your own worries. Sometimes people avoid their own problems by focusing on others. And that hurts long term. I feel like I chose the stone bowl for a reason. It's really drawing me in next. Like you're set in stone in your ways. Maybe there's no changing who you are, what you do, and all of that stuff. And so there's no convincing you otherwise with maybe even this subject, and maybe you're going to continue being with this person. Again, some of you. But also for some of you, it's more like continue being who you are. Maybe your refusal to change and accept change. I'm getting an impression of like air signs right now. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It could be you or the person you're with. Especially when you combine the two, that's a whole lot of instability. So maybe your life just feels overall unstable right now. You don't know where you want to go, where you want to live, what you want to do with your life. You could have a career, but there's something your heart is calling you more for. So maybe it's time to focus on that, and that will naturally bring you peace you're looking for in the balance and harmony within. Maybe you're tired of feeling unstable. You want at least a little bit stability in the unknown. You're set in your ways, but you haven't, like, how do I say this? It's like the stone is stable, but you can move the stone. It's not embedded in the ground. So it's like, due to just your personality and your nature, it can be hard for you to do that. It can be difficult to change that way of being. Only change it if you feel it's necessary and right for you. Don't change it for someone else. Don't change it because someone else wants you to be more stable. Maybe the person you're with wants you to have a steady life together, or a steady, more certain way of making money, or whatever. Oh wow, the fire was lit here as it sparked. So I think that wish to make this change for yourself will occur and manifest itself into something. You have a powerful way of putting that desire out there, making it happen. But you just have to know what you want. That's the only thing you have to do, is decide and take action. Do I want to spend more time with this person, or do I want to continue on my journey? Do I want to continue putting it on the back burner? But I think the biggest distraction is the connection with more people than yourself, right? For you, pick a bowl 3. It's okay to be more connected now with what you want to do rather than with someone else. Some of you need to cool down. This does look to me like a popsicle. Some of you need to take it easy, cool down, take a chill pill. And it could even be what I saw earlier. I kept saying this person, but it could be you as well, the angry person who wants to control. I didn't think of it that way. Now I think of it. Some of you need to cool down, okay? It's okay if someone's not doing what you ask them to do. Have patience with them. Maybe they don't know what they're doing, what effect and cause they're having, and how they're wreaking havoc. All right, take it easy. Bowl 3. Thank you so much for watching my poopsies. I hope you enjoyed.